How's it going, everyone? Today we have a Exmark here. It is a let's see here, is it ECX KABBC21 model number right there. I'm not gonna go too close to the serial number, but basically what we have going on is the cable is completely gone. Right now we have a cover that we've taken off. Literally, that cover has a clip that just clips on back here, and that's it. So far we've done that. The owner gave this to me like this, so I'm going to explain what we're going to be doing and what you could be doing if the owner didn't do it for me already. So after this cover comes off, like I said, it's literally a clip. I used my finger and just came right out. The cable itself is on this little bracket. Now this bracket has kind of like the same little mechanism like a Honda mower would have. Well, they have like two nuts on the end and you just have to squish them together, kind of seat them. You'll see that here in a second. And at that point, that's it. The cable for this machine literally came off. In fact, here we go. It's completely broken. So that's why we're here. So I have a new cable, in which case, if you are looking for that cable, let's look at that cable now. Well, hold on there. Over 90% of you, according to YouTube, are not currently subscribed. You're watching this video, but you're currently not subscribed. So I'm going to welcome you to subscribe at the end if this helped you out. I work on a lot of machines, so maybe the machine you're watching is going to be something you own, but who knows? Maybe you own a generator, a pressure washer, a big mower, a chainsaw, a variety of things. The only way to know if I'm going to fix it in the future is by subscribing, and maybe I get to the one that you own and can help you out then too. So I welcome you to subscribe, put a thumbs up if it does help you out. Back to your normal video. Here is the part number 12673972572. Type that number in on Google, Amazon, eBay. Call your local supply shop, dealer, whatever you want to do. Give them that number and you will get this cable. It's not cheap though. I paid a, granted the dealer I go through, because it's closest to me, is a tad bit more expensive, but $46 or $48. It's not a cheap cable, but this is the part that broke off. That little hook is what we're going to have to explain next. So let's go ahead and look at what we have going on here. Down here, see that little arm with that hole in it? That hook has to go in there. It's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. Now you're going to be tempted to put it on the easy way from the outside. No, I'll show you what you should do. It kind of helps keep it in place, but don't do it the easy way. Let's go ahead and get started. So there is a hole in the side of the mower right there that we need to put this through for easy cable routing. Now you're going to need a 1/2 inch. So like I said, the easy way would be from the outside, but no, you don't want to do that. You're going to want to push the transmission down. Now with the bag off is a lot easier, but open the bag door. Kind of gives me a little access down here. I'm going to take the hook, I'm going to put it on the other side. The reason why I'm going to do that is simple. I want this to not come off again, and there really isn't a whole lot of room for it to come off if you put it on the other side. Usually I'd be where you are so I can see. Boom, there we go. I should have gone through the other side of the cable too on this cable. Oh well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the easy way, because I'm just going to feed the rest of this cable through like so. Well, maybe that won't be the easy way. Yeah, that's not going to be the easy way. I'm just going to redo it, but I should be on the other side of this cable, and then we'll be right back. Now that it's in there, don't worry, I'll bring you in a lot closer when it's done. It's on the other side of the cable. we're going to push so there isn't that much slack on it. And we need to take that bottom nut off. So we can do this. I'm still holding on to the nut. I need to push this through like so. Okay, I need to be where you are, but I'm just going to start screwing that down. And there we have it. It's not 100% tight. I still need to take the 1/2 inch and tighten the top one, but the cable itself, you want to, this is meant for adjustment, so you want to give it pretty much no adjustment whatsoever. The longer the cable is on there, it's going to stretch. So this is going to have to be moved up. So I'm going to leave it roughly about 3/4 of the way and then give it a try. If it's not good enough or it's too laggy, we're going to adjust it when we turn on the machine. You really need to, go back and forth, because you can't really go off the old cable placement, because ideally it was pretty old and stretched. So that's really not going to help. Now, in addition, you can take off this little bracket. It just has like a 3/8 or 10 millimeter or something. I don't like taking that off because I just don't really want to. It's easy enough just to put the cable on, and even then the hard part isn't even this, it's putting the cable on, or the little L on the end of the transmission here. That's really the hard part, because the only thing this cable does is it pulls up on the transmission, and when it pulls up, it tightens the belt. See how the belt has a lot of slack? Well, when you tighten it, there's not a whole lot of slack. So that's all it's really doing. It's not engaging anything, it's just removing the slack. So with that, I'm going to go ahead, get that tightened up, and then on the other end, all it is another L. You put that in your bail, you shove this in through the little holder, and that's it. That's all you really need to do. I'm not going to show that because it's very easy. This is really the hard part. And then to put this cover back on, don't do that until you're happy with the adjustment. All you do is slide it on, push it down, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead, get that tightened up, put the L on the other end, or Z, probably Z, yeah, let's say Z, on the other end, and then we'll go ahead and pull this down, put this table down, and give it a pull and see what exactly is happening. Whoa, that might need to be worked on a little bit too. Just for reference, it is now 5/2023. So, what is that? Almost 3 years? That's probably not a good thing. Okay, completely take what I said about the cable stretching away. Don't even worry about that. So, when I put the end on the bail, this is actually still pretty loose. So I just adjusted to the point where this still has some tension. But if you were to barely start pulling on the handle, it would almost immediately start to tighten. In full compression, it's a full compression of the cable. So that's where you want to go. Now, while I said it wasn't entirely wrong about the cable stretching, it still will stretch. Just where we started it, it's definitely not the right place. If you don't need something so responsive, then loosen it up. However, just know that the person I'm putting this on for is a professional, and time is money for them, so I put it on there so it barely needs to be pressed, and full compression on the handle is going to give a nice firm grip on the belt, and you're not going to have any traction losses. It can go too far that way though. You could be pulling it so hard you just start ripping belts. So don't have it super tight, but have it firmly on there. You don't want to start stretching belts, ripping them up. It's just a bad road to go down. Well, let's see what we have here. So odd. Usually there's like a throttle or a choke or something here, but there's not. Oh, there's a primer. Okay. I did check the oil, and it's old, but it's not horrible. I don't think this has been used a whole lot. It says 7 in 2020. Maybe they put it away in 2020, which kind of makes me worried if it's going to start. Something else I notice is this little, see how far I can pull on it. Okay, it's actually pretty far. Yeah, it's actually worked out pretty good. Literally, as soon as I started pulling on the bail, the wheels carried it forward. I'm going to use it outside a little bit to make sure, but like I said, if you need to adjust it, adjust it. I feel pretty confident about where I had it, so I can put the cover on. I don't think I'm going to need to adjust it, but if I do, like I said, that cover comes off literally with a piece with your 2 fingers and pulls right out. Don't worry too much about it, but we're good to go. The cost of this, like I said, was $46, $48. Don't remember if I paid for their shipping costs too. They do like to send as much of that as possible. But other than that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Have a nice day. Follow me on Instagram at SmallEngine101. If you have any questions about this, leave a comment below. I will also be doing a clutch cable here shortly, not on this machine, but a different machine. It's exactly like this one, however. And if you're needing that, definitely keep on watching. If you're a professional, you're starting to get, wondering if you need to use these machines, I'm going to tell you right now, I would buy this over a Honda any day of the week. I will admit the clutch sometimes is a pain, but with the exception of replacing some belts, I like this better. It's going to last longer. I'm not saying anything bad about Honda. It's just my personal preference. So, point being is, if this is a good option for you and you're kind of hesitant on it, one, there's really not going to be a whole lot more options for you, and two, you can't really go wrong with this. The only thing I could say is keep a healthy selection of belts on hand, and that's it. And get used to having to change them. I have videos on that, so subscribe and watch them. I'm going to leave you at that. Definitely have a good evening. Later.